Hello and welcome everyone. I am One-Eyed Sniper and I'm going to be doing a Let's Play for Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. So this will be my first not only Let's Play but also YouTube video. So it's going to be one big learning experience for me. As far as my background with the Souls games, I have not played Demon Souls, but I have been through and completed Dark Souls 1 a couple of times, and I've gotten about 75% of the way through Dark Souls 2. I'll be starting from the beginning, but it's gonna not really be a blind playthrough, obviously, since I played through a lot of it, but I'll let you guys know once I reach the point where I haven't gone any farther. So the ending will be new to me. So without further ado, let's play Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin.
Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drangleic. Perhaps you're familiar? No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Drawn to a flame. Your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Alright, so we have arrived at things betwixt. So I gotta be honest, I don't exactly understand the cutscene at the beginning. The first game, it was kind of clear that you were got the curse and then you were locked up in the undead asylum. In this one, it almost appears like you've went to a different world and maybe from a different time. But so I don't know, I mean, I'm hoping that's something that I kind of figure out at the end. I watched a lot of the lore videos for Dark Souls 1 to kind of get an understanding for that one. I have not watched any for 2 because I wanted to play through it all the way first. But see how that goes. So kind of how I'm gonna play through this. I'm gonna try to do my best to read all the item descriptions, and I plan on taking out every boss and going to every area at least that I know of. So I mean, I might miss one that I'm not aware of, but I'm not going to skip anything on purpose. I'll try to show you every aspect of the game as I play through it. I may do some flash forwards just for redundancy purposes. If I die a lot, I may skip me running back, but I will show every death. I'll try to figure out how to put up a death counter too, I think. But going with the item descriptions, we'll start with that. So we have the dark sign and a cursed mark. The dark sign induces death, returning the player to the last bonfire rested at the cost of all souls held. Do what you must to gather the pieces, scraping them into some semblance of a whole before the will to do so fades. The black separation crystal, a symbol of farewells that has been passed down since time immemorial. The crystal sends phantoms back to their homes or sends you back to yours. Whether ending in hope or despair, encounters are valuable experiences. Beware fickle use of this item. And our bone of order. It's an online play item. You will be punished for fleeing from other worlds by disconnecting unjustly. However, this charm will disperse the ire directed at you, but sins are not easily buried, and there's no telling if you will be let off so easily next time. Each encounter in life is a precious turn of fate, and fate will not be cheated. Also, I will be playing online. I know I'm kind of late into the game here, as far as, I'm in 2016, February, so probably not a lot of people are playing, so I don't see myself getting invaded that much, but I will play online just in case that does happen. I am not particularly that good at PvP, so if it does happen, I'll probably die, but we'll see. Let's see, we got the rusted coin. Rusted coin temporarily boosts luck. An old rusted coin. Crushing the coin temporarily boosts luck. This rusted coin gives you that little extra bit of luck, making items and the like easier to find. The coin is engraved with the image of a god that was worshipped in ancient times, but no one knows its true origins. Alright, head forward. So the reason I started out with, as far doing Let's Play videos with Dark Souls 2, because I know it's kind of an older game at this point, but basically I need to play it to finish it, because Dark Souls 3 is coming out in April, in a couple months, so I need to finish Dark Souls 2 myself, and I figured why not start doing a Let's Play video with this game, because I absolutely love the Souls series. I'm actually kind of sad I got into it as late as I did. I first got the Dark Souls 1, I was through the Games with Gold free game about a year ago probably.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
Alright, what's our name here? Go with Dexter. I can figure out how to. There we go.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look. Who do you think it's supposed to be?
Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Okay, so for this playthrough, every time I play a game, I pretty much have to have some kind of magic user. One thing I've never really gotten into, even in Dark Souls 1, was pyromancy. So I'm gonna try to go for that this round. Things may change. And I know that one thing I don't do is I never really research builds or anything, and I don't follow any kind of guide. So, a lot of times I end up with a character that's nowhere near as good as, say, some other people's. But it's kind of fun for me to go that way. So the way I want to do it, I think now is I'm going to start with the cleric. Put a lot into faith for the fire bonus. But I probably won't use a lot of miracles on like I said, my goal is to go into pyromancy. So we'll start with the cleric and go from there. For the gift, I'll take petrified something. We'll be able to use that here in a little bit. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on character creation. Actually, you know what? As far as it goes, this guy actually, he'll work. Is this your true self? Yes.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
I'm glad we got to entertain the old ladies. I do like how the game is brutally honest with you, like right at the start, telling you you're gonna lose your souls over and over. Also, one thing I'm not sure if that's what the game's intent was, but in the kind old deer tells us that we're gonna stand at the kingdom's gate, not really know why. To me, I remember when I was playing the first one. By the time I got to fight Gwen, I gotta be honest, I really only had a vague idea of what I was doing. I didn't read a lot of the item descriptions going into it, so yeah, I really didn't have a good grasp. I love the game, I just didn't have a huge grasp on what exactly was going on. Okay, we'll light our first bonfire. Okay, let's see what we got equipment-wise with our new class. So our human effigy, we use that to reverse hollowing. It's a warm, soft, shadowy-like effigy. Use this item to reverse hollowing. It also weakens the links to other worlds, preventing invasions and most cooperation. Peer closely at an effigy and one begins to perceive a human form, but whose form it takes depends on the person looking. One kind of cool thing, if you look really close at the effigy, at least especially when the old ladies were holding it, you can kind of see the dark sign on it and that swirly part. That was kind of cool. Our gift was the petrified something, an unidentified petrified object, pleasant to the touch despite its looks, a rare and peculiar thing to be certain, but one without a known purpose. In our life gem, a small stone made up of crystallized souls gradually restores a small amount of HP, often found near abandoned corpses as if it were what remains of the soul. So we did get a mace. Oops, I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but my dog just knocked something over. Mace, a club fitted with a head crafted for battle. The mace is the archetypal blunt weapon. It has a primitive appearance but also many advantages, including the ability to break the guard of a shield. Keep the proper distance from your foe, and this can be a very effective weapon. Cleric's Sacred Chime. Most clerics receive this as their first sacred chime, a catalyst for miracles and hexes. To use miracles, equip a sacred chime and attune a miracle at a bonfire. The strength of most miracles is affected by the caster's faith. Alright. Going to re-equip our starting gear. Gives you just that little bit extra defense. Let's see. Imported manchettes won't provide much in any way of protection. The cursed souls who wander the lands have a strange way of ending up here, as if drawn by afar by some force. Yeah, that was the other thing I kind of noticed. Is, your starting equipment, they always call it imported, basically because the clothes came from somewhere else, and that's what we arrived in. So kind of more, at least the way I see it, a little more hint that came from some kind of far off land here. The Archdrake robes. Robes of the Archdrake sect of Lindelt. Little is known about the Archdrake sect and its ancient rituals, and those who dare to indulge their curiosity have been known to simply vanish. The Archdrake sect are the keepers of Lindelt's histories, including the only record of its foundation, a tome they have good reason to keep hidden away. So I'll rearrange some stuff here real quick. One nice thing is they give us a weapon that our character currently isn't strong enough to use, so I'll have to two-hand that for a while, for a little bit. Alright, so I'll get into the first fight of the game, one that these things usually kind of kick my ass, so we shall see. It's a great start. Oh yeah. Nice. Alright, let's try that again. I don't know what. Alright. So it looks like I will have to figure out that how to add the death counter to the video sooner than I wanted. I almost want to blame it on the controls, but I can't really see how that could be the blame here. Let's see. Also, I don't know if anyone saw under my health bar, I had that little icon. It's like a running guy with a border around it. I have no idea what that meant, so any of you guys watching happen to know. If you want to leave that in the comments, that'd be cool. We're gonna do this. Got really greedy there. I'm a cleric, let's just do this the easy way. Alright, bring it. Come on, what do you got? Wow. Feels a little cheap, but I'll take it. Retrieve nothing, that's good. Right. Get the stone ring from him. I like this, getting this ring starting out. It's a good starting one. The beloved ring of the gallant shieldless Lothian, formerly of Ferosa. Hits greatly reduce enemy poise. The effect may seem trivial, but for those who comprehend how critical it is to exploit a hole in enemy defenses, the significance of this ring will be clear. So, my understanding of poise is correct. It basically makes it easier for us to stagger an opponent. So, and staggering is good. Got a little item underneath the waterfall here. Small, smooth, and silky stone. Get to use that pretty soon, the same place we use our petrified something. Let's see. A smooth and silky stone used to slightly restore HP. The shine of this stone is no ordinary polish and can only be achieved over a long period. Some in this land are in search of such stones. Yep, one of the most annoying set of characters in the game with the creepy voices. Okay, so I'll probably go through this first part pretty quick. I don't want to skip the tutorial necessarily, because I'm going to do a different... I'm going to kind of do a different start than I normally would, since I am going to do pyromancy. I'm going to go straight to Hyde's Tower of Flame and to the Cove, which is not how I normally did it, so I think it'll be a little harder. So I'm going to try to get as much XP as I can, but I will go through this a little bit quick. Shouldn't be too much of a hassle. I actually thought this was a really good tutorial. Probably a little better than the first ones. I think it does a much better job of letting you try out all the different game mechanics. Though it doesn't have a, kind of miss out on the epic boss fight for the tutorial, but dagger, I think I'll stick with the mace. So far, doing pretty well for us. I don't know what any of that was. Take a look at the dagger real quick. A standard dagger has only modest attack and short reach, but can be jabbed in rapid succession. With a powerful critical attack, this is a potent weapon in the hands of the capable. I am not the capable, so I will skip the dagger. Oh. Right in the face. Alright. Really dislike these things. But alright, let's give them smooth. First, let's use the petrified something. We'll probably get an item we can't use, or one that's lame, but I always take it anyways. Alright, let's see what we got here. Channeler's Trident. I actually got this on my previous playthrough. I do think it's kind of a cool item. It's not necessarily helpful, but definitely can't use it. A trident wielded by an old sorcerer. The tip is sharpened so smoothly that it suggests a degree of madness. Use strong attack to perform a power channeling dance, the madness of which boosts the morale of nearby allies. Its the effect is attack boost, two-handed strong attack. So I think basically just boosts the attack of any allies that you have. It is somewhat effective if you would put poison on it, because it does like 3. When you do one of the attacks, it does like 3 hits, but it's pretty easily parried too. So you gotta watch out for that. So nice, so smooth. Got an amber herb, which does an annual herb with an amber color so deep it gives the impression of luminescence, restores a small number of spell uses. It is the mistaken belief of many that the flowers of this herb do not blossom. However, small white flowers do blossom during dusk when the moon is visible. One thing I need to work on as a player is I kind of always forget about the items I have, so I don't manage my inventory that well. In fact, I don't really use items. But alright, just run through here real quick. I'm also notoriously bad at jumping, so there's that too. Alright. Two more of the amber herbs. So if any of you have played through this before, but you have not played Scholars of the First Sin, you will notice some differences. I've actually, when I first played Dark Souls 2, it was on the Xbox 360 version. I didn't get very far with it that time, but so I do know a little bit of the differences, at least at the beginning. So I'll point some out if I see them. One of them is actually coming up. Cracked red eye orb. It's an online play item. Defeat the master of the world you have invaded to acquire a token of spite. The residual sins of those who have succumbed to dark temptations are contained in the form of the cracked red eye orb. Like I said, I'm not big on PvP. I don't dislike it. It's not something I usually do. I might change a little of that in Dark Souls 3 because I've never actually played a Souls game when it was new and had a huge player population. So that is one of the things I'm looking forward to with Dark Souls 3. So here's one of the differences. Before, you could go straight back out of that area where the giant ogre thing is. In Scholars of the First Sin, they've got a petrified guy here, so you actually have to come back later. And I don't remember if the petrification frog things were in the first one either, but that might be a difference. But alright, we are effectively done here and ready to head out of things betwixt. I gotta say, for a starting area, I know I mentioned this earlier, but I actually really like it. I think the atmosphere of it's really cool, the design, and I don't know, I just think it's a good way to enter into the game. Particularly this part coming up where you kind of exit out. I've always thought that's really cool. Messages start showing up. Probably be a few praise the suns in here. Woman ahead, try thrust. I always wonder how a bunch of people died right here. I don't know. I'm not sure how, but but anyways. Bunch of lies. More people somehow dying. Let's see that real quick. Those guys kind of look like they stabbed themselves. I don't know. But alright, we are out of things betwixt and into the world. Just over down the hill there, we've got Majula, which is where we'll be heading. I do need to jump off the cliff here real quick, though. There we go. A bunch of people that did not make it. It's one of the things about this game I really love is the bloodstains and the messages. I'm pretty immature, so all the messages that people leave behind always make me laugh a little bit. And I like to see people die. So we got a Morning Star and the Cleric's Sacred Chime. So I think those are the two things we're still using. Actually, the Morning Star might be different. It is. It's a little weaker, but it gives some bleeding. Again, we can't use it. We don't have enough strength. Let's see. A club fitted with a spiked head. The spikes of this blunt weapon cause bleeding, normally wielded by clerics, but clearly intended to draw blood. So, there we go. Binoculars. Which I know some people really like. I always never really use them, but binoculars are used to peer at distant sights, equip in place of a weapon to set. A rare tool crafted in Volgan. These won't help you in battle, but with a little creativity can be put to good use. I think a lot of people use them to make videos, such as the lore videos and whatever. Alright, let's light this bonfire, and we will talk to the Emerald Herald.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate?
I feel like a pawn.
Bearer of the curse. I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
Sweet. The Essus
Go on
flask.
and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick. Bearer of the curse, seek misery. For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid. Seek those whose names are unutterable. The four endowed with immense souls. Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me, so that hope will not fade away.
Not a problem.
Bearer of the curse, seek souls. Larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king. That is the only way. Lest this land swallow you whole, as it has so many others.
Okay, so now we can level up. Haven't planned this at all, so I generally like to use dexterity weapons, which is something I should have thought about when I picked this character. So we got really low dex. I'm just gonna level up the strength so we can use our mace, but then I will end up putting stuff into dex, I think. That starting area didn't give me much XP at all. But all right, so to the 12 strength. And see if she has anything
Over the
else.
hill and past the forest is the king's castle, where a man peered straight into the essence of the soul. But whatever came of it? Those who come to Drangleic seeking salvation soon lose hope and turn hollow. It happens to them all, sooner or later. That blue knight at the base of the tower, his spirit is already broken. Although he does offer sound advice. Perhaps he is a foreshadowing of your own future.
Yeah, I don't think so. He's a little depressing.
That tiny thing inside the ruins. An ancient being that will mock your very existence. She imparts sound wisdom, provided you find her on a good day. The sign you bear will drain your very souls. And without souls, you will turn hollow. Stay strong. Do not lose hope. Even when you have precious little time.
I think that might be
For
it.
when the undead
Nope.
dies, it is never truly dead, but only one step closer to hollowing. Not all undead are hollows, but all hollows were once undead.
Okay, is that it?
If you find an Estus
Nope.
shard, bring it to me, so that I may ease your burden. Over the hill and
That is it. All right.
what it
So I'm not sure how long I'm gonna make these videos. Looks like I'm right around 40 minutes at this point, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. I do want to have clear like start and stops to videos. I don't want to just stop it right in the middle and then have the next one start up right with me running or something. So that's something I'm gonna try to do. Hopefully it works out that way. But all in all, for a first video, hopefully I think this was a success, and we shall pick up where we left off. Alright guys, see you next time. Peace out.